It's the best day to get Bhagavad Gita. This is Krishna's words for you, directly, to save your life, to save you from all suffering and stress in your life. Do you want to get rid of stress?
Yes!
Very good, then you must take one. So we'll read a little bit from the 4th chapter. Krishna explains why he's coming. So today is his appearance, 5,000 years ago. So we're going to find out why he's coming. Because it's a good idea to know. This is chapter 4. It's called Transcendental Knowledge. Text number 8. Paritrada sadhanam vinasayata duskritam dhamma samstapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. Oh, you're cheating. I thought you knew it. It's like, wow, okay, don't have Gita, but you know. Maybe you saw it on the Mahabharata series. So here's word for word. Paritrayana, for the deliverance. Sadhunam, of the devotees. Vinasaya, for the annihilation. Cha, and Duskritam, of the miscreants. Dharma, principles of religion. Samstapanataya, to re-establish. Sambhavami, I do appear. Yuge, millennium. Yuge, after millennium. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear, millennium after millennium. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. According to Bhagavad Gita, a sadhu, holy man, is a man in Krishna consciousness. A person may appear to be irreligious, but if he has the qualifications of Krishna consciousness, wholly and fully, he is to be understood to be a sadhu. And duskritam applies to those who do not care for Krishna consciousness. Such miscreants, or duskritam, are described as foolish and the lowest of mankind, even though they may be decorated with mundane education. Whereas a person who is 100% engaged in Krishna consciousness is accepted as a sadhu, even though such a person may be neither learned nor well cultured. As far as the atheistic are concerned, it is not necessary for the Supreme Lord to appear as he is to destroy them, as he did with the demons Ravana and Kamsa. The Lord has many agents who are quite competent to vanquish demons. But the Lord especially descends to appease his unalloyed devotees who are always harassed by the demoniac. The demon harasses the devotee, even though the latter may happen to be his kin. Although Prahlad Maharaj was the son of Hiranyakashipu, he was nonetheless persecuted by his father. Although Devaki, the mother of Krishna, was the sister of Kamsa, she and her husband Vasudeva were persecuted only because Krishna was to be born of them. So Lord Krishna appeared primarily to deliver Devaki rather than kill Kamsa. But both were performed simultaneously. Therefore it is said here that to deliver the devotee and vanquish the demon miscreants, the Lord appears in different incarnations. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita of Krishnadas Kaviraj, the following verses summarize these principles of incarnation. Sisti hetu ye murti prapanche avatare Seshvara murti avatara namadhare Mayatita tita prayavyome savara vastana Vishwavatari dhara avatara nama. The avatar or incarnation of Godhead descends from the kingdom of God for material manifestation. And the particular form of the personality of Godhead who so descends is called an incarnation or avatar. Such incarnations are situated in the spiritual world, the kingdom of God. When they descend to the immaterial creation, they assume the name avatar. There are various kinds of avatars, such as Purusha avatars, Guna avatars, Leela avatars, Shakti Avesh avatars, Manvantara avatars, and Yuga avatars, all appearing on schedule all over the universe. But Lord Krishna is the primeval Lord, the fountainhead of all avatars. Lord Sri Krishna descends for the specific purpose of mitigating the anxieties of the pure devotees, who are very anxious to see him in his original Vrindavan pastimes. Therefore, the prime purpose of the Krishna avatar is to satisfy his unalloyed devotees. The Lord says that he incarnates himself in every millennium. This indicates that he incarnates also in the age of Kali. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation in the age of Kali is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who spread the worship of Krishna by the Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy names, and spread Krishna consciousness throughout India. He predicted that this culture of Sankirtan would be broadcast all over the world, from town to town and village to village. So we are not in India, we're in London. Amazing. And we're celebrating Krishna Janmastami. Lord Chaitanya is the incarnation of Krishna. The personality of God is described secretly, but not directly in the confidential parts of the revealed scriptures, such as the Upanishads, Mahabharata, and Bhagavatam. The devotees of Lord Krishna are very much attracted by the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. This avatar of the Lord does not kill the miscreants, but delivers them by his causeless mercy. Om Gyantivedandasya Gyanana Shalakaya Chakshumitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Garamayam Vidati Swavedantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakapatarubhescha Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Lord Sri Krishna, he only acts for our happiness. He never acts in such a way that we will suffer more. So that's why he descends, out of compassion for us suffering in this material world. He doesn't need to come, but he feels this suffering. Who's the person that loves you the most? But yes, you see the monks know who loves them the most. You think you don't appreciate your mother? Yes, your mother loves you so much. Yes, that connection is even before birth takes place. That connection is there throughout. The mother's always thinking about the child, whatever happens. She sees the shoes of the child. Straight away she starts thinking about what my child looks like, what he does, what she does, how they play. And if the child hurts itself, actually the mother feels more pain than the child itself. If the child succeeds, say you get degree, PhD, $1 million job, the mom's very happy. Oh, doctor, lawyer, something like this. You know? Oh yes, she's more happy, right? But Krishna, his love is like 1,000,000,000,000, trillion loving mothers. You cannot compare. This connection, our connection with Krishna is more closer than with mother. Well, how can that be? I was in the womb, I was so close, you know, even I was breastfed, so much sacrifice for me. How can you say that Krishna is more intimate. Because Krishna says, Ma Vamsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are eternal part and parcel of Krishna. We are not these bodies. This body, yes, maybe connection to mother is there. That's why she has so much love. That's maybe the closest thing to pure love, unconditional love. But for other kids, get out of here. What are you doing here? But Krishna, he has this love for all living entities, not just humans, even the animals, even the plants, even the demigods. Because everyone is a spirit soul, not this material body. Krishna teaches this. This is the first step of spiritual life. Krishna says, Deyosmin yata dehe kaumanam yavanam jara tatata hantara prapti dhirastatya namuyati. He says that the embodied soul is continually passing from babyhood, childhood, to youth, to old age, and at death goes into another body. But a sober person is not bewildered by the change. Someone who identifies with this body and all its labels. How many labels this body can have, right? You have your nationality. I'm Indian. I'm Pakistani. I'm British. I'm Australian. I'm Russian. So many different accents you can do. But you can change your nationality, right? You came from India, come here, get British citizenship. And at the ceremony you say, yes, I give my life to Britain. Really? You can change it. Maybe your job. My first job, I'm very proud of this job. My first job was rat catcher. I'm not proud of it. But you can change your job. Some people think, this is who I am. No, this is temporary. Some people identify with, if you're rich or poor. I'm very rich, I'm very poor. Some people identify with even gender. But you can change that too, right? So what stays the same through all these changes? Your body is also changing. You had baby body before. Where is it now? But you're still here. And the scientists say every 7 years, every cell in the body is completely replaced. So we're saying, oh, reincarnation is our belief. No, reincarnation is happening right here and now. Your body is changing every moment. Every time you look in the mirror, you say, hey, handsome. Hey, gorgeous. It's a brand new person. It's not you. So who's witnessing all the changes in this body? It's the spirit soul. Yes, that's right. We are that spirit soul, but we forgot who we are. And if you don't know who you are, can you be happy? No, it's impossible. Impossible to be happy without knowing who you are. So Krishna is trying to tell you, actually, you're more than this material body made of flesh and bone and blood and stool and pus. It's a bag of blood and bones. We're more than that. So this soul is actually eternal, lives forever, from one body to the next. It's full of knowledge, fully conscious. If I knock this table, nothing happens. If I knock a bus, I will knock you. If I punch someone, they may punch me back, because they're conscious. So the soul's eternal, full of consciousness, and full of bliss, happiness. That's why we do anything in this world, is for happiness, right? We never do anything for distress, right? That's why we go to school for 20 years. If you want that, the master's or the PhD, maybe 7 years more, so you can get a job, right? And then you can make lots and lots of money, just so you can show everyone my money? No, you buy stuff to make you happy. That's why we get into relationships, that's why we travel, all these things that we're doing, only for happiness. But the stress comes anyway, right? We didn't try for it, but it comes anyway. Yes, because of this misidentification. This material world, this material body is opposite to eternal. It's temporary. It's going to end. Anything attached to this body will end. So, You're always in anxiety. Oh no, what will happen to my money? What will happen to my home? What will happen to my family? What will happen to this body? Oh no, this pandemic, quick! How do we protect ourselves? You tell them, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Anxiety. So that's the material world. It's temporary. It's not eternal. The material world, this material body is actually full of ignorance. It's actually always dead. It was never alive. You've been to a funeral before? Yes? Someone's grandparents passed away, someone's parents passed away, you know? And they're there. And their maybe grandfather's there, lying there. And they're like, he's gone! He's gone! You know? But maybe a child doesn't know what's going on. He says, what do you mean? Grandfather's dead. Father's dead. Why are you crying about? No, he's gone. What's gone? The soul is gone. So that means you never saw your grandfather, your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister. You never saw it. You just saw the outer covering. The body was always dead. It was never alive. It's the soul that's activating it. Just like a drive in the car. Ferrari is very good, right? Like Ferrari? Lamborghini? Mercedes-Benz? Aston Martin, I'm in UK. Aston Martin. Like James Bond. 007. So if you get a car and it's just sitting there, what's the use? It's only valuable when the driver's inside. And what's more important, the driver or the car? Driver. It's even more important than these $1 million cars. So we are like this in this material world. We don't know who we are. We think with this material body, we do everything for this body. One time there's this lady, she had a bird in a cage. And then she was decorating this cage very nicely. See how this temple is decorated? She decorated the cage like that. And polishing it and everything. And then all of a sudden it's like, one day it was like a bad smell coming. What's going on? She went, she saw, she did all this effort for the cage. She looks inside, the bird is dead. Forgot to feed the bird. So we're doing everything for the body, but nothing for the soul. So what does the soul need? The soul needs true happiness. And where does true happiness lie? Does it lie in sex? Money? 1 million followers on Instagram? No, none of these things. It comes from love, relationships. This is where real happiness comes from. And this is how we tap into the essence of the soul. They call it Sanatan Dharma. You heard this term, Sanatan Dharma? They say eternal religion, like this. You know, yes, India is the place of Sanatan Dharma, like this, they say. But actually the real meaning of Dharma, some people say religion, it actually means what is the essence of something. For example, what's the essence of water? It's wet. You take the wetness out of it, it's not water anymore. What's the essence of sugar? Sweet. If you take the sweetness out of sugar, it's not sugar, right? And then the essence of salt, it has to be salty like that. Essence of fire has to be hot. So what's the essence of the soul? It's to serve. It's to serve. That's how you show love. You serve someone, you don't want anything back, just to please that person. But the problem is that we are serving things that are of a temporary nature, that brings misery, right? We're trying to get happiness, but the misery comes. Why is that happening? For example, and you can see that everywhere. You know, like in a family, you know, wife serves the husband serves the wife, parents serve the kids serve the parents. You'll see even the president of the United States, vote for me, I will do so many things for you, so much service for you. Even he is serving. But you serve your boss at work, but you may say, no, I know someone who doesn't serve. It's the homeless guy in the street. He doesn't work a job, he's just sitting there. He doesn't serve anyone. Family, no one, doesn't live at home. You think so, right? But then his belly starts to rumble. He has to serve his belly. So you can't take this away from anyone. This is Sanatan Dharma. You can change from Christian to Hindu, from Hindu to Muslim. You can be atheist even, but still you have to serve. So think about someone, what is the perfection of that essence of ourselves? What is that perfection? So that perfection, let's see, if you serve yourself, you know, someone selfish, you may know, right? They have really good hair. They just worry about what they want. You may know someone very selfish. They have a low level of life. Okay, maybe they start a family. It goes a bit bigger. The value goes higher. Okay, maybe the whole nation. You know, they're a soldier. They fight for their nation. They sacrifice their life. Like this. It goes higher. Okay, what about whole humanity? They serve. It goes higher. What about all living entities, the animals as well, and the plants? It goes higher. What about the whole universe? Higher. But what about the source of all these things? What about the Supreme Personality God? What about Krishna? What about God, the Supreme Soul? What about Him? Everyone says, yes, you must serve everyone, but God, no. Yes, you can love everyone. Love God? No. So limiting. No, everything is included in God. Like that. This is the perfection of our essence, to serve Krishna. So Krishna appears to remind us how to perfect our lives. You know, I am your lovable object. You serve me. You connect back to me. This is the root of all our suffering, is that we've forgotten our connection with Krishna. So the root of all our happiness is to revive that relationship again. This is what Janmastami is all about. Janmastami is a reminder that Krishna has come to help you perfect your essence. This is why He comes. And He does it in style. He doesn't come alone. He's the King of Kings. The King never comes alone. You know, He can't, if say King Charles walks in here, He will not come alone. He'll come with so much security, there'll be all these publicists, there'll be so many entourage. So when Krishna comes to this world, it says that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Never. So He brings the whole spiritual world with Him in the material world. Work out that maths, you know. The unlimited spiritual world into this limited material world. You know, he built his kingdom, Dwarka, right? This island there. And it said that he had 16,108 queens. And with each queen, he has one giant palace. Now how do you fit everyone in? Must be very crowded. It says that when Krishna would herd the calves, he had unlimited gopa, sakas. He had so many friends. Unlimited number and unlimited calves. Must be traffic jam, no? No, it all fits because this is the nature of spirits. You know, Krishna's world is always adjusting for His pleasure, and we have to be part of that world. So we see Krishna appearing in this world, and He does it millennium after millennium. Once in a day of Brahma. So Brahma, he lives for a long time. He lives for 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Sorry, the computer broke after that. You know? Yes, that's how long. And his one day is like 4 million years. So Krishna only comes once in a day of Brahma. So the next time He comes is in 8,640,000,000 years. And He just appeared 5,000 years ago. It's like yesterday. He just came. Wow, we're here. You know, we're remembering Him. We can even go to the holy places where He appeared. You can go to Vrindavan, and you can go to Kamyavan. You can go everywhere and remember Krishna. And what's even more amazing, that He's empowered so many of His own devotees. He's sending messages. Like Srila Prabhupada here, he's on the other side. He's the founder of the Hare Krishna movement. So he expanded Vrindavan all over the world. This temple is not London. This temple is the embassy of the spiritual world. This temple is Vrindavan. This is an embassy where you practice your perfection of your essence. You cannot see spirit. Atashi Krishna Namadi Nama Bekarnamindriya Sevamukhi Jivado Swami Spratida. The material senses are blind to spirit. But somehow the Lord appears in this Achara Vigraha, in the deity form. It looks like stone, metal, or wood, but no. It's directly the Supreme Personality God in itself. And even greater than this incarnation is the incarnation of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is non-different from Krishna. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Punasado Nicho Mukto Binatvam Nami Namino. That name is like Chintamani. Chintamani is a touchstone. So you touch it to something, it turns into gold. Actually, the spiritual world is known as Chintamani Dham. Everything is touchstone. So that means all your desires are fulfilled. And then all the trees are kalparikshas, desire-fulfilling trees. This is the place where we belong. Not in a place where we desire something. You may get it, you may not. And if you do get it, it's not what you thought it would be. And then if you do have it and it is what you thought it would be, you lose it or you break it. Welcome to the material world. So Krishna wants us out of this place back home and assisting in our highest value of life in serving His pleasure and His pastimes. But you may say, if I dedicate my whole life to Krishna, to God, it's very limiting, right? I have so many obligations in this world, to my parents, to my family, to my friends, to my society, to my school, to my job, to my boss, to my dog. So many obligations are there. How can you say, no, just throw it in the bin and just worship God? So I'll give you an analogy. It's just like a tree. If you want to water a tree, do you water each leaf, twig and branch? Is that how you water a tree, a plant? No. You have to water the root, yes. You have to water the root. So our service is like our love. And we put it everywhere else. But you get no satisfaction. Just like the twigs and branches, you water them, they cannot satisfy. They dry up. But if you water the root of our existence, if you show your love and service to Krishna, then all the leaves, all the twigs, all the branches get full nourishment beyond their own capacity. If you dedicate your life to serving Krishna's mission, what He wants you to do in life, your family obligation is taken care of. Your financial obligations are taken care of. Your obligations to even strangers. You become the best son, the best father, the best mother, the best daughter, the best sister, the best brother, the best stranger even. Because Krishna is all good. So if you're working in that as an instrument, anything you do will be as a benefit to anyone else. This is what Krishna is trying to engage us in. So you get satisfied like anything also. You probably come once a year here and you may see some of these residents, they live in this temple, and you see that they're shining, they're always happy. I don't know if you came this morning. Who came this morning, 7 a.m.? Okay, one. You can look on the live stream. So they were just chanting the holy name of Krishna and dancing like crazy. And they're not even drunk. It was like they were drunk. They were doing better than drunk people. Sometimes you think drunk people are so happy, but it's only on the weekend. Then you see them the next morning, why did I do that? Never again. They throw up or they just have this hangover. No, this is like stay high forever. Yeah. Ever increasing ocean of bliss. Anandam Buddhi Vadanam. This is what this Sankirtan movement is about. This is what this chanting movement is about. This is what Krishna is trying to deliver to us. You cannot lose. Krishna is complete. Om Punamidam Punamidam Puna Dachyate Punasya Punamadaya Punameva Vishishyate You take 1,000,000 Krishnas out of Krishna, you still get more Krishna. That's what it means. There's a beautiful pastime explained. I mean, Krishna was a baby. Yeah. So, Krishna is always playing with his coward boys. They play many games, sometimes wrestling, sometimes tug of war. They're playing blind man's bluff. I like that. You know, you cover someone's eyes and you say, "Who is it?" Or you put a blindfold, you spin them around and they have to catch you. And they also play like leapfrog. Sometimes they run after the shadows of the birds. And they like to imitate the birds, like Krishna likes to imitate the peacock. I can't do peacock. Can you do peacock noise? Yes, that's good. Krishna! Krishna! They're even chanting Krishna, yes. So they like to imitate, and sometimes they go, there's like a well, and they say, in the Krishna book it says they shout ill names, they're swearing. You know, like boys do, right? Like this. So sometimes a bit rough. So one time they played politics on Krishna. They told Mother Yashoda, "Hey, Krishna ate dirt." You know, Krishna ate dirt. And then Mother Yashoda, "Krishna, you ate dirt?" It's like, "No, they're lying. They're trying to get me in trouble because, you know, I left early before the game was finished and now they're trying to get me in trouble now." It's like, but even Balaram is saying, you know, Balaram, your older brother, is saying you ate dirt. "No, he's lying. He also doesn't, no." I don't know if you felt it. "No, I believe me." And then Mother Yashoda go, "Okay, Krishna, then open your mouth." So Mother Yashoda looks in the mouth of Krishna, and what does she see? She sees the whole universal cosmic manifestation. She sees all the planets, and she sees all the stars, she sees all the different material elements, everything in one place inside his mouth. And then she sees herself looking into Krishna's mouth again. And then again, seeing everything. And then she's like, "Whew, you know, what's going on here? Am I going crazy? But there's no craziness history in my family. Maybe it's the demigods, the devatas, they're playing tricks on me, but I'm just a simple village woman. This is not possible. Wait, maybe my Krishna is the Supreme Personality. Maybe he is Bhagavan. What am I doing? Oh no." You know, she was in wonder, she was in astonishment. "Oh no, I disrespected the Supreme Lord. I chastised him, I chased him with a stick. You know, I fondled him, you know, we got, Nanda Maharaj would call him to carry his own shoes on his head. This is Supreme Lord, help me." She started freaking out. Just like Arjuna did, you'll see in the 11th chapter. Krishna shows his universal form, and Arjuna's friends with Krishna. They lie in the same bed, they eat together, you know, they hang out like this. Arjuna is such a deep devotee of Krishna that Narada Muni heard them, they were sleeping at night. And then, you know, the pore holes, you know, you have the holes in your skin. They started chanting, and Arjuna's chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And what is Krishna's pore holes chanting? Arjuna. So when we show so much love to Krishna, actually Krishna reciprocates. And because he's unlimited and we're limited, we're overflowing with that love. And it splashes onto everyone else around us. This is the way to happiness. This is the way to getting rid of all stress. To be absorbed in Krishna and his love for us. So when you hear about his teachings and apply them, you say, "Oh, Krishna's so nice, he's so kind." When you hear about his pastimes, wow, he's so amazing. Look at this. Everything's in him, but he's also in it. But everything's in him, but he's also... And then your mind just is in wonder. This philosophy is the highest philosophy you can find in the Vedas. It's called Achintya Veda Veda Tattva. Inconceivable, simultaneous, one and different. Us, the spirit soul, we are one with God in quality. Krishna is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. We are also eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. But he is the Supreme Soul, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Punasudoni, oh no, sorry. Hanadi Nadi Govinda Savakarina Karinam. That he, out of all controllers, there's so many controllers in this world, presidents, prime ministers, managers, mothers and fathers, they have some control. But supreme controller, that's Krishna. This is what Lord Brahma said in the Brahma Samhita. He's authority. He's the first creature in this universe. I think he should know. And he's telling us, it's not Shiva, it's not Indra, it's not Durga. They are not the supreme. They are servants to Krishna. Lord Shiva is known as Vaishnava Yatha Shambhu. He is the greatest Vaishnava. He is the worshipper of Krishna. And Durga Devi is also known as Vaishnavi. She is actually a Vaishnavi. She is the servant of Krishna, of Vishnu. So you have to understand that these demigods are actually assistants. So you may think, no, why? I always go to ISKCON, Janmastami, but they're just saying Krishna only. What about Ganesh? What about, Shiva? What about, Kartikeya? There's so many devatas, 33 million or 330 million. There's millions, right? Do you have time to worship and please them all? No, we don't. But if you worship Krishna, they are fully pleased. Because their whole thing is to please Krishna. They are servants of the Supreme Lord. They don't feel like, okay, now you've turned your back on me, now you've worshipped Krishna, you've turned your back, now I'll punish you. We see that in Govardhan Lila, right? Nanda Maharaj is setting up the yagya. We have to get rain. Indra is in charge of rain. Every year we do this yagya. And what does Krishna do? He goes, hey, Nanda Baba, why are you doing this sacrifice for? And he says, oh, we have to worship Indra. But he started preaching atheism. It's called Karma Mimamsa. He says, but, isn't everything done according to work? Like, if we do something, then, the devatas, they're obliged to just give rains and give good things to us. If I just work, then good things should come. It rains even on the ocean, so why are you doing this thing for Indra? And look at us, we get everything from Govardhan. The cows go and graze there, they give us luscious milk. We get so many minerals and gems from there. Everything's provided from Govardhan. So don't worry about worshipping Indra. Let's worship Govardhan. Hiraj Maharaj Ki Jai. So Govardhan is known as Haridasavaya. It's the best devotee, but it's also the Lord himself. And they took all the items of the sacrifice and they cooked so many beautiful preparations like ghee and halava. His friend halava was there. And puris and all sandesh, all the beautiful preparations, especially from milk. And they worship Govardhan. They circumambulate. Who's been to Govardhan? Put your hand up. And you done Govardhan Parikram? Yes. How do you feel after? Very good? Very nice. Okay. So this is the ecstasy they felt. I don't know if sometimes you see some rich buses, they're doing Dandavat Parikram even, They lie down, put a rock there, and then, you go to the next. But I've seen some families, they do teamwork, So like one person will go and the next person will go in front. And then as they go up and down, you see them, they're dancing. Krishna, Krishna. How is this possible, going up and down for 27 kilometers? Because we are serving the Supreme Lord, we're connecting back. Again, that's what they feel. We are actually residents of Vrindavan. We don't belong in this material world. We are tourists. We forgot. You may be even born in Vrindavan, you come here. But no, even we've been there, we just forgot from many lifetimes. Even the person from Egypt, you are Brij Basi. I'm looking at him, he's from Egypt. But now he's becoming Brij Basi again. Haribol! So they start going around Govardhan, big festivals going on. Then Indra is what's going on here. Why they listen to this boy? Who does he think he is? Stopping my sacrifice. Don't you know I am the king of heaven here? And then he called his big cloud, Samvataka, please come. kill all the residents of Vrindavan, kill them all, flood them. And big rain came, like pillars, like big pillars of rain, and thunderstorm and everything. And the Vrindavan Vasis, they don't know anything but Krishna. Krishna, please save us, we have no one else. And then what does Krishna do? Krishna is the strongest of the strong. It's just with his pinky finger, left hand. Left hand is like, and then just lifts it up for 7 days and 7 nights. And you can fit all the Vrindavan residents underneath. All the cows are there. How many cows does Nanda Maharaj have? 900,000. 900,000 cows. And then Krishna, he's known as Namo Brahmaya Devaya Go Brahmina Icha Icha. He loves the cows, then the Brahmanas. He loves the cows first. When he wakes up first thing in the morning, he doesn't shower, nothing. He has to go and milk the cows. Many us devotees, we have beads, right? And then we have like counter beads. Krishna also has beads, but they're like jewels and gems, And what is he chanting? He's chanting the names of the cows. Yes, he's calling them over. And he milks them. And then every day he goes to herd them so they can graze. Every day with the cowboys. But Mother Yashoda says, Krishna, you have to go and wear shoes. Because Krishna's feet are very soft. Very soft. His skin is very soft. Like even when a leaf falls on his skin, it makes an imprint. It's so soft. Yeah. And so Mother, and even the gopis, they worry about Krishna walking in the forest. So many thorns and stones. No, he'll hurt himself. So Mother Yashoda is thinking, no, Krishna, you have to wear shoes. And he's like, no, I will not wear shoes. Why? Well, if the cows don't wear shoes, I will not wear shoes. Cows have to wear shoes. So how many shoes is that? It's like 3.6 million shoes you have to make for the cows. And it's like, okay, so Krishna goes barefoot. This makes the earth ecstatic. That the Lord has now appeared. I'm like overburdened by these demonic forces. And if you read the Bhumi Gita in Srimad Bhagavatam, the earth can tolerate so many things. She's very tolerant. She's like the emblem of tolerance. She's the mother. So mothers can tolerate. If you're a mother, you know. So the earth is the mother. She can tolerate anything, but she cannot tolerate a liar. But with the Lord coming and walking on her surface, she is ecstatic. Everything is standing on end. She's so blessed, she's so happy that the Lord has come to liberate her from her distress, and especially to kill Kamsa. He's taking away so many different demons he killed, isn't it? When he killed Kamsa, it was an amazing event. So what happened, it's revealed in the Harivamsa. So he killed these wrestlers, and yes, him and Balaram had a big wrestling match. You don't need to watch this other pro wrestling. Krishna's the best wrestler. He invented the ground and pound. Yes, it's true, right? So when he went up, so he killed it, and then Kamsa ordered, yes, kill all the residents, kill the Manda. Take all the stuff from Nanda Maharaj and lock him up in the dungeon and kill Vasudeva, Devaki. Yeah. And then Krishna was like, no, it's too much. He jumped onto the dais of Kamsa. And then he tried to just knock his crown. He actually knocked him in the head, and he was out already. And people couldn't believe it because it was so easy, because Kamsa is so powerful. He had so many allies. The demigods were so afraid of him. He took Indra's throne. He kept it for himself. And it's like, how is he dead? So then what he did, he dragged him around and beat him up a bit, ground and pound. And then everyone said, oh yes, okay, now he's dead. Krishna is so powerful, It was like, as he's walking through, before they met Kamsa, they're walking with the cowboys. They're kind of like a gang nearly, some naughty boys, Sometimes they knock over letter boxes or something like that. So they were running amok. And that's what we say. I'm from Australia, so yeah, run amok, mate. Bunch of boys running amok. What are you gonna do? So they approached this washerman. Yes, give us these clothes. You should just give it to us, you know. And oops. Yes. So this washerman. No, this belongs to the king. Kamsa. Why? How dare you think you can touch these clothes? And what does Krishna do? Just with his hand, chops his head off. Krishna Ganelage. So in the same way, if you pray to Krishna, there's so many demons in your heart that are trapping your heart to experience perfection of love, to connect back to Krishna again. So the best way to do it is given by Krishna in the form of Lord Chaitanya, by chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the way to cleanse your heart of all them demons that are taking over in your heart. This is the way to get rid of the effects of this material world. It won't get rid of your problems. We may say it gets rid of your problems. No. Chanting will not get rid of your problems. But you won't be affected by them anymore. Because you're in a higher consciousness. So please keep coming. Get the Bhagavad Gita. You don't have one? Downstairs, there's tables. Get the Bhagavad Gita. And if you can't read on your own, get a group together. Just like you go to the gym, it's easier when you have like a gym buddy. So same thing, when you read these books, because this is the best knowledge you could have. This Raja Vijay Raja Guyan Pravichamidam Uttamam Padakshamam Dharmam Shushukam Kat Avyam. It's the king of all knowledge, secret of all secrets, the perfection of religion, the purest, because you have direct perception of yourself. You get to know who you are. This is the first step to happiness. Susukam Kat Avyam. When you engage in service to Krishna, it is joyfully performed. This is what Janmastami is about. This is like your taste of living with Krishna in your life. And then we're going to make everyday Janmastami, alright?
Haribol!
Shri Krishna Janmastami Ke! Jai! Srila Prabhupada Ke! Jai! With that Go Premanande!